Okay, so let's talk about swing study. So swing study for me is an exercise that I kind of created to help with that motion in color guard that is so often referred to as weight or heaviness or just any kind of pull feeling straight down to the earth. That's swing. So I feel like that's a very misconstrued kind of feeling, and it's something that's apparent in everything we do. It's in your tosses, that swing on the bottom of your toss. It's in drop spins, that swing around. It's in kind of every technique exercise you ever do. I feel like the only time it's not apparent is when you're moving with both hands at the same time, but everywhere else there's swing. There's something that's creating that action. So this exercise is really helping manipulate all different types of swing from different directions and kind of getting used to how to play with the weight of the equipment. So we're gonna go ahead and start here with the thumb pressed. We do press at the start of this one and then press with that left thumb as well. And we're gonna go ahead and push and then re-grab in a drop spin, but we're gonna go ahead and wrap on that drop spin. So we start pressed, and then this is just for extra focus. If you don't want to press your thumb, you don't have to. It's not going to make or break the exercise, but it's just something I do to keep my students focused. So from here, I'm going to press the thumb, I'm going to go into wrap, and then I'm going to go all the way up, and I'm going to let that elbow lift to tabletop. Notice that my hand is, or my arm is flat, and this is coming up right in line with my shoulder. And again, that thumb is wrapped. So I go push on 8, 8 and 1, up 2. Now from here, I'm going to release this on 3, and I'm going to grab at the tip, at my left hip on count 4. So that's the first kind of swing, is letting the elbow go down to your side, and this action is what's creating the swing. So you kind of really want to find where you have to release it perfectly to let that tip land at that left hip. Don't release it and then search for that tip. Do this a million times until you can get that accurate swing up. And notice too, there's a definite point that my hand releases. Swing up. When that rifle gets almost to flat or almost to above flat, that's when you release. Down, up, and then re-grab. Down, up, and tip. Cool. So that's the first 4 counts. 5, 6, 7, press, 1, up, 2, 3, grab, 4. So now I'm at tip. From here, I'm gonna let this swing down. 5, I'm gonna bring the rifle to flat. It might go a little bit past flat, and again, it doesn't make or break the exercise, but it's something that goes out and you feel that swing, and where do you have to stop and pull back down to come the other way. So this goes up 5, and then I'm gonna release it on 7, and I'm gonna grab on the opposite side of the rifle on that count 9. So the trick about this is you don't want to power through and let it go past, but you also don't want to control it to where you're squeezing every little bit of the way. You want to feel enough power from the pull down of this grab to let the rifle go flat naturally and then right back up. So just try that a couple times on your own to where you have to feel, and notice that when I'm swinging too, I'm like this on my rifle here so that it can kind of slide in between those fingers, but just don't let it slip off, yeah? So I'm here, I just grabbed, I let it swing naturally on 5, 6, I hit that flat, and then I go back up on 7, and then I'm gonna re-grab a little bit above the bolt because I'm gonna go into a little spin. So again, I went 3, grab 4. From here, I drop down on 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I re-grab on 9. And now I'm gonna let this swing down. I'm gonna do spin, and then re-grab in the neck. It's only a half because we're on that bolt and going into the neck, it's only that half. And then from that neck, we just finish out with a single. So from that flat, I went 5, 7, 9, 11, 12. So that whole exercise on the right side, I go 5 and 6 and 5, 6, 7, press and 1, up 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 7 and 9, 11, 12. So notice all those types of swings. This one was controlled. I controlled the swing the entire time. This swing though is natural. This is playing with the weight and the gravity, down, up, down, up. And it will naturally happen with those counts, down, up, but from here, don't just pass it off. Because we're working with that swing, you want to let it go. Down, up, and now this is rotational swing. So this isn't gravity, this isn't balance or any of that. This is rotational swing. So this is when do you put your hand on the rifle and pull down to start the release to get the speed to be perfect for where you need it to go. That's kind of something that you have to do on your own and start figuring out on your own so that you can feel down, up, grab. Notice I'm not stopping motion. I'm not doing this into my single, I'm continuing motion. So within color guard, there's two types of connections that will continue motion or stop motion. There's a soft connection and there's a hard connection. Soft connections are anything that continues motion. So drop spins are soft connections because I'm continuing the rifle. And then the hard connection is the stop of the drop spins. It's where I stop my rifle. So the same thing is happening here. This entire exercise is utilizing soft connections. I never have a hard connection. And you want to try to do this exercise as quietly as possible. You don't want it to sound like this. Like it sounds bulky, it sounds choppy. You want it to be smooth. Down and up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, grab. That's all you want to feel throughout the exercise. And it is hard to get to that point of swinging and really understanding exactly what each swing does. But after the exercise a million times, I promise you'll understand it better. So now we just ended on the left side. So now we start from here. We're in that bolt, kind of where we toss from, or not in the bolt, sorry, in the middle of the bolt and the screw, where we toss from. And I'm gonna go push and re-grab. And I am pressing my thumb for this one so that we can keep it in that toaster to go to the next thing. So I go drop spin on 8 and 1 up 2. Notice that elbow's still there. Then I'm gonna go 3 and 4. I'm grabbing at the end of the rifle here. 3 grab 4, and all of the corrections apply from that same side. 5 and 6, only bring it to flat, but notice you're on a different part of the rifle, so you actually don't have as much weight as this side as normal. So you're gonna be down here, you go to flat, and now you pull it back up, pull up, and then you're on the half. You're gonna aim to catch below the bolt on this side so that you can have the whole weight of the nose. So now you feel that down, up, here, down, up, and then go to the normal side of the rifle again, and then you finish out with that single. So that left side, I went push and 1 up 2, 3 grab 4, 5, 7, and 9, 11, 12. And that's why the whole exercise is kind of in twos, and then you have that super quick 1 count single right at the end where everything else was like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You have a quicker motion. So you have to be able to do that speed change from that re-grab. When you feel this rifle falling, this should be the quickest pull of the entire exercise. Soft, 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 quick, and grab. See how much quicker the energy and the rotation went into that last one? So now let's do the whole exercise. So we have 2 16s, 5 and 6 and 5, 6, 7, press and 1 up 2, 3 grab 4, 5 and 7 and 9, 11, 12, 3rd, 4th, 5th, push 1 up 2, 3 grab 4, 5 and 7 and 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, that's swing study. I hope it really helps you understand swing and that action and kind of getting used to it. Because like I said at the beginning of the video, it's super, super important to understand how to swing the equipment and the different types of swings that you can use to make things happen. Because it's not only about muscle, it's about how you're moving the equipment as well. And that's it. If you need any help, go ahead and message me on Instagram. Thanks.